So once again, Nicki Minaj was snubbed from the Grammys, this time for the 2023 Academy Awards. Are we surprised? I'm not. Okay, I've had it. Let's get into it. So before we get into it though, please be sure to give this video a like, a thumbs up, leave a comment, because I know y'all will after this topic. And I think y'all should, because it's definitely a big talked about subject that's been going on Twitter in the past couple of hours since the Grammys announced their infamous nominations list. Okay, now before we get into Nicki though, I would like to highlight that Nicki was not the only person that was snubbed. I think Meg Thee Stallion was snubbed, Kehlani, Summer Walker. I don't know why I said Kehlani. Kehlani, is she still relevant? But definitely Summer Walker and Meg Thee Stallion. Why would they? It was very surprised to see that they were snubbed as well. We got some nominations, some surprising nominations from Miss Glorilla, honey, because she got one for best rap performance, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, this is where we are. But anyway, back to the subject at hand. Yes, Nicki was snubbed once again, and not for a good reason, not for a reason of music just not being good enough or music is not selling, because clearly she has Super Freaky Girl, which went #1 and stayed in the top 10 past weeks. Okay, it was a commercial success, and that is what the Grammys awards. I don't care what you say. Grammys has nothing to do with being critically acclaimed anymore or telling a message, so that's for the Oscars, because we do see Oscar movies get awarded for, and we never hear about these movies, and these movies never really do well in the box office. Anyway, back to music. The Grammys award numbers. Well, you got your numbers. So what now? What was the issue? And I think it had a lot to do because what a lot of people were talking about on social media is, oh, well, she came for the Grammys, and that's probably why they didn't get she didn't get nominated. She complained that she was being put in the pop category, so they got mad and just was like, just take her off the whole entire thing. Which, even if she wouldn't have said nothing, she still wouldn't have been nominated. Like, at the end of the day, the pop, it didn't make sense for her to be in the pop category anyway. They were gonna get rid of her. They were not gonna nominate her. Had she said nothing at all, they would have still not nominated her. And it has to do with the producer at the Grammys that had an issue with her way back when. She already told you the damn story with the whole performance and everything. We know why. I will like to highlight the fact that Billboard has named Nicki Minaj one of the biggest snubs in 2023. They did come out with a lengthy statement. I'll read part of it. But it says Minaj was vocal about her displeasure with the Academy moving Super Freaky Girl from the rap to pop. Minaj would have had a far easier time being nominated in rap than pop. But of course, the Academy's role is to not put records in the category where the artist is most likely to best not be nominated or win, but to put them in the category in which it fits best. We'll never know if Nicki Minaj would have been nominated in rap, but we do know she wasn't nominated in pop. And I would like to say, Billboard, I don't know if this is like, you guys are speaking up for her in her defense, because it kind of does look like that. They're kind of being neutral, but it does kind of seem like they're kind of sticking up for her. It's like, calling her one of the biggest snubs in 2023. It makes a lot of sense. She's the biggest snub person, but had first of all, not even just Super Freaky Girl, but Do We Have a Problem made monumental, shakes and moves in the Billboard charts. Like, Do We Have a Problem was really popular. That should have at least been nominated in the rap categories if they wasn't going to put Super Freaky Girl there. But we know the reason why they weren't going to do this. It's I think at this point, and I guess I'm speaking to the Barbs and all of this, like, man, pay it. Nicki needs to stop submitting her music to the Grammys, because they're going to continue to play in her face. And they literally did, when you think about it. Like, this whole entire situation for her to even react to the Grammys came from some article or some source, some third-party source telling people that, oh, well, they're moving. How do we even find out that they was even moving her from the rap to the pop category? Like I felt like that was very curated by the Grammys. Like they curated this entire situation for her to then go on social media and talk about it and start all this havoc while they're in the behind. And I just knew this was happening. I just knew this was happening. And I felt bad for some of the barbs that were on Twitter before the nominations came out and saying, "Oh, wonder what Nicki's gonna wear and this, that, and the third. Like, is she gonna show up at the Grammys?" I was like, "Child, she ain't gonna show up at these damn Grammys because they're not gonna nominate her." And that's exactly what happened. I think she should stop submitting. She need to stop submitting, and as for the barbs, we need to start watching, start divesting in the Grammys wholeheartedly. Grammys need to do better. They need to do better, and it's not even just Nicki. It's not even just Nicki. It's the placement and it's the way that they're going about like these awards this year. It's just child. Like I said, if Beyonce not gonna be there, which I highly doubt she's gonna be there anyway, because she's not really doing too much of anything right now. I'm gonna be watching it, child. Because who won't even show up? Like who? It's at a point now where we're looking at these damn award shows. It's like if so and so ain't showing up, I ain't watching, child. I remember I used to look. The award show used to still be great, even though it wasn't your fave. Even though your fave didn't show up, but now I'm just like, child, they just letting anybody in. And shout out to Glorilla. You know, I'm not trying to hate on her or say anything this, that, and the third, but like, girl, I mean, they let anybody up in the damn Grammys at this point. I'm just saying, and I love Nigga Free. Like that was my song, you know, that was my jive. But Grammy nominated, I mean, wow, the bar has gone to hell. I have to be honest. I have to be honest. But anyway, tell me what you guys think about it in the comments, I guess, champ. All right.